Hello there friends and welcome back to the channel. It's your old mate here, ready to give you the lowdown on the fishing prospects for the week ahead from the 2nd of February to the 8th of February 2026. Now are you sitting comfortably, because this week is shaping up to be a real game of two halves. We're going to see some classic, crisp winter conditions turn into a full-on feeding trigger. I'm going to break down exactly why a big drop in pressure midweek could give you one of the best fishing days of the winter, if you play your cards right. Stick with me and I'll tell you which days to pull a sickie and which days to stay in and sort your tackle box. First up, let's talk about our big green winter warriors, pike. In these cold February waters, pike are at their absolute peak weight. They're carrying that extra bulk ready for the spawn, which isn't too far away now. This week, especially at the start, they are going to be conserving energy. You need to think like a pike. Where can I sit with minimal effort and maximum chance of an easy meal? The answer is deep water. Look for those drop-offs, the bottom of gravel pits, and any kind of underwater structure in the deepest parts of the lake or reservoir. That's where they'll be sulking. So for tactics, it has to be slow and deliberate. A popped-up deadbait like a roach or a mackerel, fished a foot or two off the bottom, is a killer tactic. Use a bright orange foam popper to give it some visual appeal in the deep, dark water. If you're a lure angler, this is not the time for burning a spinnerbait. Think big, lazy, soft plastics on a heavy jig head, crawled along the bottom. Just a slow, steady retrieve with the odd pause. You're trying to imitate a dying fish, an easy meal that a lethargic pike just can't refuse. Now let's switch over to the rivers and talk about one of my favorite winter species, the chub. These guys are true survivors and will feed in conditions that put other fish down. With the weather we have coming, chub are going to be your best bet for consistent action. When the river is cold and clear, like it will be at the start of the week, chub will be tucked up tight in cover. I'm talking about snaggy swims, under rafts of debris, and deep beneath undercut banks. You'll need to be stealthy and present a bait right on their nose. But the real fun begins when that low pressure and rain arrives midweek. This will add a bit of colour and pace to the water, and that's the dinner bell for chub. They'll move out of their snags and start actively looking for food washed downstream. For tactics, you can't beat a simple link ledger setup. My go-to bait will be a big, smelly lump of cheese paste, especially when there's colour in the water. Bread flake is another winner. Don't be afraid to use a big piece, say the size of a 50p coin squeezed onto a size 4 hook. Feed a few free offerings downstream to get them confident before you even make a cast. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the conditions. This week is a classic winter weather story. We're starting the week with high pressure in charge. That means cold and frosty nights, with daytime air temperatures struggling to get much above 3 or 4 degrees Celsius. The wind will be light, coming from the east. This stable cold weather keeps the water temperature pinned down at a chilly 4 to 5 degrees. In these conditions, the fish's metabolism is very slow, so they won't be feeding aggressively. The key is stability. Then around Wednesday, everything changes. That high pressure moves away, and a big, juicy low-pressure system rolls in from the Atlantic. The atmospheric pressure is going to take a nosedive, and this, friends, is a massive feeding trigger for fish. The wind will swing to the southwest, bringing milder air, cloud cover, and rain. That rain will slightly raise the water temperature and wash food into the rivers, getting those chub on the move. The moon for the entire week is in a waning gibbous phase. Now, old fishing folklore often suggests that the fishing slows down as the moon wanes from full, but my experience tells me that weather trumps everything. Don't let the moon phase put you off, especially when you have a big pressure drop like the one we're expecting. So let's put it all together in our day-by-day forecast. On Monday, the 2nd of February, expect a weak bite. It's going to be cold, bright, and sunny under high pressure. A tough day, best spent targeting a big pike in deep water with a static deadbait. Patience will be everything. Tuesday, the 3rd of February, will be much the same, a distinctly weak bite. Another cold and crisp day. If you do go, focus on that last hour of daylight for a potential bite. Wednesday, the 4th of February, is the turning point. I'm calling this a good bite. The pressure will be dropping all day, the clouds will roll in, and the wind will pick up from the southwest. This is the day to be on the river, pre-baiting a few chub swims. The fishing will get better as the day goes on. Thursday, the 5th of February, this is your day. I'm calling this an excellent bite. The low pressure is right on top of us. It's overcast, it's drizzling, and it's milder. The chub will have their heads down and feeding hard. The pike might also switch on, moving on to shallower shelves to ambush prey. Get out there if you can. Friday, the 6th of February, will still be a good bite. The conditions are still spot on. Mild, overcast, and breezy. The fishing should hold up well, both on the rivers for chub and on still waters for pike. Saturday, the 7th of February, I'm downgrading this to an average bite. It will still be mild, but the pressure will have started to rise as the weather system moves away. The best of the action will likely be in the morning. And finally, Sunday, the 8th of February, expect a caprizni bite. The wind is forecast to swing to a colder northwesterly direction. This often puts the fish down after a good feeding spell. It could be a challenging day, a day for a lion, I reckon. So there you have it, folks. A week of 2 distinct halves. Be patient at the start, but be ready to drop everything and hit the bank from Wednesday to Friday. I hope this helps you plan your week and get a bend in your rod. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your plans in the comments below. Are you heading out for pike or chub? What are your go-to winter baits? I love reading your stories. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Tight lines and neither a tail nor a scale to you all.